Good morning, fifth graders. Welcome to our technology class, week 36. So we are moving along in code.org, and this week we have something a little bit different. We're going to be scientists this week, and we are going to be running some simulations. So simulations are very helpful because they allow us to test different hypotheses, right? And so we want to say, what will happen if I do this? Or what will happen if I do that, right? And we can use computer models to help us run these simulations, and then we can collect data to help us make a good decision or choice on what to do in the real world, right? So there's going to be a couple of things that you'll need. So actually, hang on one sec. Let me just pull the paper open. Okay, so I'm going to email everybody this sheet. You can print it out if you want and do it on paper. You can also just open the PDF, save it on your desktop, and then you can use the draw tool and you can actually just write on it. So I can actually just write my name, and then I can go ahead and complete it on the PDF, save it, and then you could email it back to me. So whatever works for you, you are more than welcome to do. So I'm going to jump right in to the simulation right here. And so I'll tell you what it says. It says, run this simulation 5 times. Each time, use the collecting data guide, which I just showed you. How many apples did the elephant collect? How many apples did the hippo collect? How much time did it take for all the apples to be collected? So let's try and find out. I'm going to run it once. So here we go. Run. So wait till it stops. And let's say the simulation ended after 5 seconds. Elephant collected. Oh, shoot, it went away. Why does it go so fast? Elephant collected 6. Hippo collected 14. So let's go to our page. Elephant collected 6, hippo collected 14, and then it took 5 seconds. So I'm just, oh, that looks like an S. That does not look like a 5. Okay, obviously I'm having some problems with my artistic abilities in writing on this. So of course I'm not looking for perfection because none of us are ever going to be perfect. So just try your best. Okay, let's run the simulation a second time. So reset and run. And let's see what happens. So we're running our simulation. And let's see what happens this time. Okay. Simulation ended after 13 seconds. An elephant got 9 and hippo got 11. So let me go fill that in. Elephant got 9, hippo got 11, and it ended after 14 seconds. So remember, I'm running the simulation 5 times, and then I'm going to be creating a line graph. So let me go ahead and do it again. So now we're on our 3rd time. So remember, I'm collecting data from my simulation, and then I'm going to make a visual representation with my line graph. So we're just practicing running simulations now. So let's see what happens. Let's see, it's still going. And it's almost done. Still going. Oh, they still have to get one more, I think, for it to actually be done. Huh. My goodness, it seems to be taking forever. Huh. Oh, here we go. Okay, it ended. Oh my gosh, it took 49 seconds. Elephant collected 7 and hippo got 13. So elephant got 7, hippo got 13, and it took 49 seconds for them to collect all of the apples. So it's interesting. Something I'm noticing is that the time is taking longer. as we're doing more simulations. Okay, here we go. Let's try it again. Now we're on our 4th time of running the simulation. So let's see what happens. 4th time. Okay, 14 seconds. Elephant collected 6, hippo 14. So let's go fill it in. We have 14. We have 6. And then we have 14. Okay. Now let's go run it one more time. This will be our 5th time running the simulation. Let's see what happens. Okay, 6 seconds. Elephant collected 6, hippo 14. 6, 6, and 14. Okay, so now I know everybody does know how to create a line graph, right? I'm going to show you. So it says, using a different color for each animal, draw a line graph that tracks how many apples each animal collected during each of your 5 simulations. We have apples, and then we have the number of runs. So on the first run, so we go over by number 1, let's do the elephant. Elephant collected 6. So I'm just going to put like a little mark next to where 6 would be. Kind of just make a little dot because we want to figure out how we're going to do our line. Run number 2, we had a 9. So that would be right around here. Okay. For run number 3, we had a 7. So we're going down. For run number 4, we had a 14. So now we're all the way up here. And then for run number 5, we had a 6. So I'm back over here where I started. So now I can make the line. So I can just follow along, make my line. Voila. Now I'm going to switch my color to red because I'm now doing hippo. And hippo started with 14. So for this one, I'll put a little dot by 14. Then the second run, 11. So now I'm over here. The third run was 13. So right about here. The 4th run was 6. And so was the 5th one. So we have a 6 and a 6. So a 6 and a 6. So now I'm going to make my line for hippo. And there we go. So now I have created a line graph that helps me track how many apples each animal collected during each of the 5 simulations. So I could easily look and I could be like, oh, wow, on the first one, it was like hippo got a lot more than elephant. And then they were almost about the same. And then they went out a little bit more. And then they went out a lot more. And then they ended basically on the same one. So that was interesting. So now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to go to finish. And then we're going to go to the next part of the lesson here. So this is simulating experiments. So it says, oh, let me make it down. Oh, why is this so annoying? Okay. It says pick one of the variables that control this simulation to modify and predict how that will change the outcome. After you have written down your prediction, run the simulation 5 times and write down your findings. Was your prediction accurate? So interesting. So what should we change? We have to pick one variable. So we could really change anything. We could change the number of elephants, the number of hippos, the speed of the elephant, the speed of the hippo. We could change how many they have to collect when the simulation stops. So it stops after 20. So, what should we do? I don't know. I think I'm going to change the number of hippos to 5. And my prediction is going to be that the hippos will collect a lot more apples than the elephants. And why would I predict that? Because there's more hippos to collect apples, right? If there's 5 hippos and there's only 1 elephant, our chances of the elephant getting more than the hippo are pretty low, but the hippos are going to get more than the elephants, right? So it says that, what are we modifying? So I'm going to put the number of hippos. And remember, you can change any of the things yourself because obviously it's your simulation. So I'm just making mine. So my number of hippos, and then I'm going to have 5 of them. Okay. And then I'm going to state my predicted outcome is that hippos, oh dear, sorry, I'm not too good with this. Hippos, ooh, it's really bad. Will, and I'm not going to write the whole thing. Hippos will get more apples. We'll get more because there's going to be more of them. Woo! And then I'll just draw a little apple. Oh, you like my art? Okay, so now I'm going to go run 5 times. I'm going to fill in my chart. So let me go back to my simulator. I'm going to run it first time. And let's see what we end up with. Whoa, elephant only collected 1 and hippo collected 19. So already we can see that it's working, and that was after 3 seconds. So now I'm going to do it again, run it again. Whoa, after 1 second, elephant got 6 and hippo got 14. So interesting. And that was after 1 second. Okay, I'm going to try it again. The simulations are going a lot faster. Okay, after 2 seconds, elephant got 3 and hippo got 17. So 3 and 17, and that was again after 2 seconds. Let's go for our 4th run here. Let's see what happens. And here comes the hippo, last hippo. Okay, after 8 seconds, elephant collected 3, hippo 17. Elephant 3, hippo 17, and that was after 4 seconds. And now let's just run it one more time. And let's see, oh my gosh, elephant collected 0 and hippo collected 20. So we have 0 and 20, and that was after 3 seconds. So now let me go do my line graph here. Well, actually, oh, they don't even have you do another line graph. So it says choose a way to visualize the data. So we could actually make our own little graph. So you guys can do this yourself. Come, let's do a, what do you guys want to do this time? Should we do another line one? We could also do a bar chart. We can do that if we want. Let's try doing that this time. So I'm gonna make my chart. So we know that you can copy it. So we're going to have that number of apples and then the number of runs. So this would be apples. I'm just going to draw a little apple. Okay. So we have 0 down here. And then we have 5. And then we have 10. So I'm just creating my chart so I can fill it in. 15, and then 20. So remember, you can do this with the PDF or you could print it and just do it by hand. We have our number of runs. So we have number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and we did it 5 times, and number 5. Okay, so now I'm going to do my colors. So I'll just stick to the same colors. Elephant will be blue. So I'll get my blue back. I'm going to do my bar chart. So for the first one, elephant got 1. So I'll make a little thing for elephant. Poor little elephant, he got 1. That probably looks more like 2, but And then on the second run, elephant got 6. So let's go ahead and make it go up to 6. So I'm just making my little bar chart here. Everybody knows how to do bar charts, right? Okay. Then my third one, 3, and then 3, and then 0. So I'm doing 3 for the third one, and then 3 for the fourth one, and then 0. So really, I'll just make like a line there. And now I'm going to switch to red, and I'm going to do the hippo, right? So the hippo. And the hippo had 19 on the first run. So we're going all the way up to 19. Oh my goodness. And I'm coloring it in a little bit. I'm not really coloring it. I'm making it look terrible. This is like bar charts gone bad. All right, number 2, 14. So let's go ahead and do 14. Okay. And just kind of color that in a little bit. Then on the third run, we had a 17. So that'd be all the way up here. And then on the fourth run, we had also a 17. Okay. And then on the fifth run, we had a 20. So all the way up here. So, I mean, just by looking at my visual here, it's pretty easy to tell who got more. Oh, this is really bothering me, how sloppy this is. Who got more apples? You could easily look and you could be like, oh my gosh, hippo got like so many more, right? And so it made sense, our prediction, when we modified our variable, we changed the number of hippos to 5, and we predicted that the hippos would get more apples because there'd be more hippos. And then we ran our simulation and we graphed it here, and we look at it and we're like, whoa, we were right. We were totally right. And so that's what it's like to run simulations. And people do this all the time. Scientists do this all the time. I don't know if you guys remember back in, I think it was like December, when we did the hour of code with the little monster town, and we did the simulation. What would happen if they all put masks on? What would happen if a sick monster touched all the other monsters and they didn't have masks? And we had all these different predictions and things, right? And we learned how scientists can use these simulations to help them predict outcomes. And then that can help them to make decisions to help people and help the world, right? And so this is really how computer science can help us. So this is just a fun little activity that you're going to do this week. It's pretty short. You're just running the simulation essentially 10 times. You're running it 5 times, then you're changing the variable and you're running it 5 more times. And then you're just filling out this paper. So what I'll need from you is this paper. So you'll have to fill in your chart and then submit it in to me. So if you do it through the PDF, make sure you press save, this little save button over here, and then you could email and mail it to me. If you do it on paper, you could take a picture and just send me an email of the paper that you did it, okay? So have fun running your simulations this week. And then next week, we'll be moving along to lesson 12, okay? All right, guys, thanks. We'll see you next time. Bye.